Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to the September numerology forecast, our incredible month that we have ahead for us. I'm Kristen for those of you who may not know me. I am a numerologist and a certified brain game coach, and I help people expand into greater wealth in every area of their lives. So welcome, welcome if you're here live or on the replay, and bear with me while I learn how to do the technical part of this, because I haven't live streamed in this manner on YouTube before. So I have to kind of figure out how I can see the comments and so forth. To see things coming in. There we go. I got it. Okay. Hello. Hi, Lucy. You're here. Good to see you. So as you're coming in and joining, I have no idea where to see like who's here and who's not unless you comment. So, but I can see you if you comment on the live stream. So that's really cool. And I can see your name and everything, assuming you have a YouTube account that you're commenting from. So that's really cool. So this is the first time we're doing this. Facebook made some changes, and because of that, we've moved over to doing this on YouTube, and I'm excited to be here and looking forward to bringing you guys more to reaching more people and bringing more people together. So this is going to be great. And I am so excited about September. You know, we're talking about the prosperous life transitions that we're making right now. And so incredible what is happening, what is going on. We just came through this ridiculously powerfully transformative, expansive month of August. And August, while it was challenging in many ways for us, especially emotionally, also mentally, it was like I told you guys back in the August forecast that August was going to be a massive pivotal month for humanity and for our consciousness expansion. And it definitely was. I don't think anybody listening to this could say otherwise. It's definitely been a very expansive month. And this month we're landing into the sixth energy. And the sixth energy is going to help us integrate all of the changes that came in August. So that is a welcome relief. In 1 second here. It's very hot here. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm trying to keep up with the hydration. So August is helping us integrate. It's bringing in a lot of healing, but very different than the healing we've experienced earlier this year when the six energies come in. So in March and June, in March we had the 9, and in June we had the 6. Very different this time. It's healing and integrating, but it's doing it from a place of letting go of the details and seeing the big picture. That's really the difference. That's what's happening right now. It's more of a spiritual integration because we're in the 9th month of the year, which is 9 is a very spiritual number. It's more like a graduation and initiation into higher realms. We're learning to trust. We're going to talk about this, but there is a 6, 7, and 9 that are very prevalent this month. And we're seeing them in doubles. And so this is giving us spiritual accountability to our purpose, our dreams, and our visions. And this month we're integrating August. We're stabilizing. It's going to feel more stabilizing, but the process of coming into that may or may not be a little bit challenging. It just depends on how you navigated August. And if you found August super challenging or you were in resistance, then September could feel a little bit like that too, but it's bringing us back into balance. So if you think of the pendulum swing, it's bringing us back to that center. But if you're way over in one side or the other, then there could be some big swings to help bring you into that center. So it could take you all month. And that's okay if that's you. That's just trust and go with it. We're really trust is a huge word this month. Trust and flow. Huge words this month. And really we are, we're coming into this, so this integration, this stabilization, but also a graduation, a celebration, recognizing our value and celebrating it, recognizing how far we've come. Oh my God, even just looking at the month of August, forget about looking at the whole year. Like if you think about back where you started the year and where you are now, huge difference, massive difference. So like really stopping and taking time to reflect and celebrate you and celebrate your newfound value that you've discovered, things about yourself that you didn't know before that really add to your personal value, your sense of it. It was always there, but you didn't see it before, and now you see it. And this is huge news. This is really big. So, you know, this is a time for celebrating this, celebrating ourselves, celebrating our value, raising our belief and gratitude for abundance, prosperity, all of the things that we experience in our life, really getting to see them, see their presence, see them from the bigger picture, see how much we already have in every area of our life, not just money or things, but that will be part of it, but also in relationships, in love, in our purpose, our joy. Finding prosperity of joy this month, and celebration is going to be a big theme. And it's all about integrating what happened in August to get to that space. So really experiencing abundance and prosperity like with a higher caliber through a huge heart opening that's occurring. And we keep doing this, we keep expanding our heart space, our heart chakras are, you know, opening up more and more and more. And this is bringing greater spiritual awareness to us. So this month, we're going to close the month by really being able to see ourselves, other people, the whole world, the whole universe with the eyes of love, through the eyes of love, this unconditional love. There's no turning back. It's really, it's just so exciting. It's so exciting because this is where we've been wanting to go. This is where we've been traveling to. And now we are moving into this. And it really is cause for celebration. So when I say we want to bring in that joy and celebration, when we really see the big picture, which we will this month, I mean, you would have to be in full on total resistance not to be able to see it by the end of the month if you don't already see things. So so allow this to come in, because it will really help you to grow and expand your heart, and allow this month to be healing, integrating, and really expansive, and like taking you to new heights of spirituality that you've never been to before. And not to be scared of this. You know, we're really looking at overcoming fear this month and trusting, because what we're being shown and what we're going to be able to be shown by developing this trust more and more is incredible. Like, we can't even imagine what is out there for us and available to us when we open ourselves up more spiritually, take our focus off the physical world, which we've been working on for many months, even since, you know, 2020, even before that, you know, just depending on where you are in your spiritual awakening. But this year it's really upped the ante again. And so really coming into these higher states. So when we open the month, we're examining, questioning, releasing outdated values and beliefs. Really now through Equinox, we're doing that. You know, we're in a very reflective state right now through the full moon, which is also going to be the first day of Mercury retrograde. So we're feeling that approaching quickly. We're releasing and integrating all the expanded consciousness brought about in August, and clearing out our bodies, our homes, our outdated beliefs and values. We're learning to pause and take time to reflect and celebrate how far we've come. and the value in this. So this is what's going on right now through the full moon for sure. And then, you know, there'll be different layers of it happening. When we hit that full moon, we're also completing the diamond part of the month, and we'll be moving into the clubs. So the diamonds are more with our values and the physical world. Then we move into the clubs, which is really about our belief systems. But the whole month is going to focus on beliefs, because our current beliefs, our current values, and what we're willing to believe, what we're choosing to believe in place of the old systems, of the old things that no longer serve us. So those are really all dropping away. They've been dropping away. And it's like I said, the healing that's happening this month is very different than in the past. It's like this, it's more of a realization that there's nothing left to heal. It's just really just like drop it. Just drop it, drop the stuff, because it's already healed. But if you're still carrying remnants of it, it's because you're just holding on to it. It's not because it's not healed. So just drop it, like literally open your hands and drop it. So that's what's being asked of us, and really encouraged. And so we're coming into this place where we're realizing, like, oh wow, like this old life is done, right? We don't need to suffer. We don't need to work hard to receive. And this is really what we're examining, questioning, and releasing around our outdated values and beliefs. Because it's like Jupiter's coming in. We started the month on a Jupiter day, which is very, very huge. And it was a 7 energy day with a 10 of diamonds. And so it's really all about our belief in our prosperity and what that means to us, how we define prosperity, and what we believe is available to us, what we're capable of creating, and taking responsibility as conscious creators to bring in our own prosperity and our own abundance. You know, that we are the source of our money, that we're not needing to get it through or from other people or things or places. We are the source of it. So we look at all these old beliefs that don't serve, and do we believe that we can't receive unless we deserve it? And then what do we believe we must do to deserve it? Do we believe we must work hard? Do we believe we must suffer or sacrifice? Do we believe we're entitled to all of the abundance? And, you know, but we're attached to where it should come from. Like, oh, I'm entitled to this, and this should be so-and-so giving this to me. Like, that's dropping away, right? We're looking at that kind of stuff. And seeing our entitlement to abundance as a birthright, but not being attached to where or who or how it arrives. Allowing it to come in any way that it wants, the overflow, the open hands, the open fingers, just allowing the flow to happen, to come to you, to receive it, and also allow it to flow through your hands and flow it out again. It's circulation. The law of circulation, it's the constant flow. So this is where we're really examining a lot of our beliefs, but the flow of money, yes, resources, yes, also health, also love, also success, like all of the things. So we're really looking at this right now and really getting the bigger picture, seeing things from this observer view, from this 4th dimensional view, instead of the old 3-dimensional world. And we're now really getting like, I'm different. I changed. When we were in our Mercury retrograde at the beginning of the year, or even the 2nd Mercury retrograde in May, we were different people than we are now. So those 2 Mercury retrogrades are coming in again. Those same themes are rising up again now, but it's different now. Like, we're coming to this completion of it, where we're like, oh yeah, I think I've got this. I think I've changed. I think I can do this in a new way now. I can think about this. I can communicate about this. I can create through my words differently now, through my thoughts, through my emotions. I can communicate with the universe differently now so that I can actually take my power back, reclaim my power as a conscious creator, and experience a life of joy and happiness and fulfillment and peace and ease and stability and abundance and prosperity in every area. This is what we're coming into. And it is so sweet. This is really a sweet moment for us. So let me just check the, let me see if I can get there, see what other comments might be coming in. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. So I wanted to talk about the 6, 7, and 9 because there's doubles of all of these numbers here this month, and this is significant. So the double sixes, because we have the 6 energy month, which is the month of September this year, and it's a 6 energy year. So this month, because of the other energetic influences, the 6 is about how we love and nurture our families and how they do the same for us. And this includes our spiritual families. So we get this bigger picture understanding and like cellular understanding, inner understanding that you are profoundly loved and lovable. You really are. And we're also getting deeper awareness and the fire in our belly to really deliver and start using and utilizing our gifts and talents that are rising up from our past lives, our family lineage, our ancestry as healers. So we're really, really starting to grab onto that like never before, which is also amazing. Nurturing our purpose, spiritual leadership, leading the shift, karma, people coming from the past that are coming back in to clear, heal, release, and sometimes to reconnect in a higher vibrational way, and other times to release the toxicity and really complete that relationship. So you're either completing the relationships completely, like we're done, it's, you know, we don't need to interact anymore, or you're going to be completing a way that you interact and raising it to a new level, a completely new experience. So that's coming in with this. Collapsing karma and generational curses, transmuting negative thoughts, criticism, and judgment into love. So that's all happening this month. Double sevens, the sevens are coming through with the 7 energy month that opens the month. I'm sorry, the 7 that opens the month's energy, and the 7 of hearts that closes the month. So we're bookended by 2 sevens. So this is very significant too. And this is about learning from our past and no longer being run by it. We're teaching from our lessons. So we're using those lessons as teaching tools, but we're not allowing them to, we're not attached to the stories anymore, and we're not allowing them to be that undercurrent that causes us to be in fear or, you know, not taking action or things like that. No, we're going to be taking action, leaping forward confidently, moving forward with trust, and knowing that whatever we learned from those experiences are valuable for us to move forward, and also valuable for us to share with others, because that 10 of diamonds, karma, is the queen of clubs. And so the 10 of diamonds is here to share their wisdom, and releasing control and attachment to the physical world and resources through gratitude, generosity, and philanthropy. So sharing that wisdom and having patience. This is another theme. I felt this right when the month opened, that massive impatience coming in. So the 7 is, you know, calling us to trust. And when we trust, we patiently follow our intuitive guidance system. We don't think our way through and rush through things. So the high side of the 7 trusts their intuition. They do make bold moves forward because they're intuitively guided to do so, not because they're doing something on their to-do list or what they think they should do. They're doing it from that intuitive guidance. And the 7 is like a scythe. So it's cutting away all of the things. So what we were talking about, the 6, and some relationships ending or things ending like that, it's cutting things away. So cutting away all of those attachments, cutting away that control. This is a good thing. We will feel much better without those things. So it's asking for that cutting away. It's doing the cutting away. And then, like I was saying earlier, with that 7 of Hearts at the end of the month, seeing all life through the eyes of love, all sentient beings, really huge turning point for humanity. We cannot go backwards from this. When we have this awakening, there's no going back. Once you see with the unconditional eyes of love, you can't go back from that. So we will be showing others how to do life better. That's also a 7 trait. So we'll be doing that. And that comes in with the double 9s as well, because the double 9s, it's the 9th month of the year. And there's a 9 closing the end of the month to a 9 energy. So we've got double 9s coming in as well. And the message of the double 9s this month, you are always provided for. Oh, I really want you all to hear that. You are always provided for. That 9 is always protected. So anytime you come into a month that's influenced by the 9, you will always be protected. You will always be provided for. You will always have enough. It may not show up the way that you want it to, but you will always be provided for. You will always have what you need. And if you're really trusting the flow, more than what you need. So you can trust that, trust the flow, release resistance, release attachment to where and how it comes, release that control. The 9s are the spiritual visionary and leader influence, seeing the bigger picture and what is possible to make things better. The 9s are talking about the expanded psychic abilities, new forms of communication without words. So we'll be expanding again into more telepathy and our psychic abilities, and nonverbal communication is going to get heightened. Clairaudience, clairsentience, all the clairs are going to be heightened even more. And this is going to bring about even greater spiritual awareness, interaction, and collaboration with other non-human beings. So in the ethereal realm, but also perhaps, other alien life forms. We say alien, they're alien to us. And, different star beings, star seeds, these kinds of things. Other races that are here that want to help assist with the consciousness shift. So, interaction and collaboration with them. And health and earth are still going to be an important part of this focus this month as well. So those will be big themes. The way we nurture ourselves, because we've got the new moon from last month and this month, both with the Queen of Hearts bookending. And so that is about nurturing ourselves and others with love, with the theme of that 4 energy being there present in those new moons, is really about the natural world and taking care of our bodies and taking care of the earth, and all of that is still holding true for this month. And that is something that is very important to the 9s. So that is certainly part of the theme as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so much. Okay, so Jupiter and Saturn are bookending this month too. So Jupiter's expansion and Saturn is contraction, but in a good way. Saturn holds us to that accountability, to that personal accountability. Jupiter says, expand, dream, do all of the things, and going, expand forward. And Saturn says, yes, but we have to have a little bit of structure and discipline in order to bring this about so that we don't just go all willy-nilly, right? So Saturn gives Jupiter some borders, and Jupiter gives Saturn a little bit of like, lighten up, you know? So they work really well together to bring us into balance. So they're working really well with that 6 energy to bring us into balance, which is beautiful. And Saturn and Jupiter, the place where they meet on the life spread is the 3 of spades. And on the spiritual spread, it's the 6 of diamonds. So it's going to be a very creative and karmic month for sure. That's definitely coming through that. The 10 of diamonds is also the blessed card, and and the month opens on a Jupiter day, 10 of diamonds day. So the 10 of diamonds is at the Jupiter intersection of the life spread. So that's a big Jupiter influence right there that's saying we are blessed this month, we are taken care of and so protected. And then the 7 of hearts closes on a Saturn day. So this is the 7 is like holding us to that accountability. The 7 is a Saturnian number, holding us to accountability to love, to unconditional love. So between this and the Libra new moon, which we'll talk about, like this is where all of this stability and balance is coming in. Balance, peace, harmony, ease, integration, healing, and taking it to a higher level accountability, taking it higher. So, you know, there's 3 times Jupiter influence, 5 times Saturn influence here. And we've got a lot of Mercury influence going on. So the 3-time Mercury influence, because we've got the Mercury retrograde happening on the 10th. And then we've got the 7 of hearts is in the Mercury position on the life spread. So we're raising our thinking, our values, and beliefs in what's possible. We're loving and nurturing our dreams and big visions. We're committing to them in ways that we never have before. So amazing. Because our belief is raising in what we're capable of. So this is why. So understanding the power of love as a creative force in the head and heart coherence. So it's not just going to be like, yes, I understand like love is such a powerful creative force. No, we're connecting the head and the heart together through the throat. So opening of that throat chakra as well, so that we can experience that coherence and express it. So every plane of our lives is activated this month, and you're certainly feeling this today. We're seeing this energy come in today where all the parts of our lives are every plane. So the mental, the emotional, physical, and spiritual, they're all activated this month. This is what I'm saying with the big picture. We're really seeing everything from every angle. And sometimes that can be a little daunting at first until you get used to it. But remember, we're practicing to be that observer, and the observer can do this. They can see everything. So we're really coming into even more of a mastery around living in a more 4th dimensional way and being that observer, so that we can be detached from what we're seeing and just go, oh, okay, I see that there. I see that there. I want to make this shift. I want to do that change. This I want to celebrate. Like, we're seeing all of it, right? This I want more of because it's so good. So it's not always seeing the shit. It's also seeing the amazing stuff too, and really taking stock of it. And, you know, again, being able to observe the past, being able to observe the present, and being able to vision the future. So it's all happening now. And that's what's happening. Like I said, right now, we're letting go of entitlement and negative thinking, discovering higher states of unconditional love, the search for self and self-love, transformation of the heart. The self-love journey is big this month. Releasing control and expectations will give you a huge, huge payoff. I know that's easier said than done, but it's a practice of just observing, catching yourself, and making the adjustments. So you can do this. You've been practicing this. You're getting better at it. Trust that you are. Celebrate that you are. Celebrate how much less you control now and have expectations now than you did a month ago, 6 months ago, you know, at the beginning of the year, last year, like you have really come far. So trust this and really celebrate it. So we're also really, we're definitely going through a big transition, a big initiation. It is a new life that we're birthing into. And I think this is really important to understand if you're not aware of that yet already. Like, this really is a new, different way of living and being that we're birthing into. And it's huge. It's amazing. It's the path of the light, the path of love. It is the path of joy and fulfillment and happiness, which is, and peace and ease, and letting life be easy, and letting life be fun, and letting life be a celebration. So I talked about the communication changes and the star beings. And there is, okay, so the other thing I want to talk to you guys about and make mention of is a lot of physical symptoms. There will be a lot of physical symptoms for many of us this month. And just trust that it is part of the process of what we're changing. When we go through these big energetic shifts and big spiritual shifts, the body is the last to catch up. And I say this probably every month right now, because this has really been happening at an accelerated rate for us. So our bodies are having to go through these shifts, and sometimes that can mean aches and pains and symptoms. And as long as they're not long lasting, you probably have nothing to worry about. Now, I say that with a disclaimer that I am not a medical professional. So, you know, legally I have to say that. But from a spiritual perspective, we are going through a lot of energetic shifts, and the body is much denser than, you know, the ethers. So it's going to take a little bit longer to catch up with the shifts and the changes, but it will catch up. This is also about trusting our bodies innate intelligence to know how to clear things, know how to release, know how to adjust, and trust that they are moving through the necessary upgrades. This is all part of that 6, 7, 9 energy, asking us to trust. And, you know, if you do have a symptom that is concerning to you, then by all means, go get it checked out. I'm not saying not to, but I am saying that you may experience symptoms that could be from the past. Like, I have one that's been kicking up from my past illnesses, that, you know, this like sharp pain in my shoulder. And I'm like, okay, I know this is just stuff clearing, and this is temporary, and that's in the heart chakra. So this is all about this heart chakra opening. I'm a big proponent on looking at where the symptom is located in your body and what chakra it's connected with, to understand the message that your body might be trying to give you through that symptom. So those are things I wanted to mention. There could be a lot of things like that happening up. There's also going to be, because we have a lot of 3, 6, 9 energy this month, there's going to be a lot of signs and synchronicities and very quick manifestation available to us again. This is going to be a continued theme, but because of the 6 and 9 that are running with us all month, every time a 3 comes in, boom, we have it, we have it, we have it. So I'll give you those dates later, and you'll know what to look out for. But we just know that you can do that at any time. You don't even have to wait for these specific dates. This energy is available to us always, but on those particular dates, it will be even faster manifestation. I mean, you could just think it and barely feel it, and you'll be like, boom, it's there. You're like, what? I was just thinking about that. And it'll trip you out a little bit, but in a good way. So it can be a lot of fun. Play around with that. What else? So let's get into the key dates. So the full moon is on the 10th in Pisces, 17 degrees. It's also an Ace of Diamonds, 7 energy day. And so let me tell you what all that means. It's the second full moon in a series of the 5 remaining through December that landed on a 7 day. So we were in a series that kept landing on 8 energy days, which was this like legacy clearing ending of stuff. And now we're in these 7 days. This is really cutting stuff away, really with just, you know, like boom, it's gone, like cutting it, completing it, it's done. And doing it so that we can raise our values higher, raise ourselves higher. So releasing all our fears. It's very emotional because it's in Pisces, and with the 7, we're releasing a lot of fears, plus the 1 plus the 7, the 17 degrees is 1 plus 7 equals 8, which is momentum again. So it will be very powerful. We're diving into our deepest fears around prosperity in all areas of our life, but primarily work, purpose, and relationships, which is pretty much everything, and abandonment issues. So those all might be themes that come up around this full moon, and you could be feeling it several days leading up to it. The Ace of Diamonds is about finding the balance between work and relationships. So Ace of Diamonds can get really crazy with they'll go through these cycles where they're like all focused on their relationship and nothing else, or all focused on work and nothing else. And this full moon is asking us to balance the two, bring that balance. Do you believe that you can have and do it all? If you work in a more spiritual fashion and trusting your intuition and trusting your visions, trusting your creation process and your ability as a conscious creator, do you believe you can have it all? It's a new awareness landing around this and the cutting away the illusion of lack. Because if you believe in lack of time or lack of money or lack of love or lack of health, how can you have it all? So it's really cutting away this illusion of lack so that we can really believe that we can have it all. This really is raising our beliefs through this cutting away. If you're able to get yourself into the feeling state of belief on this day, it's a great time to do Q, which is the quantum expansion that I do with you guys in the Facebook group on Thriving Thursdays. Send out your dreams to the universe and release the hows of how it's going to happen, and just let yourself experience the magic. So allowing that clearing to happen, allowing that cutting away to happen, doing the forgiveness rituals if you feel like you need to do them, and then really going, okay, what do I want to believe in instead? So when we have the full moon and we clear out the space, then we want to fill the void. We want to fill that space with something new so that it doesn't get refilled up with the old stuff again. So that's where you can really tap into that and touching and activating. Okay, so this full moon is touching and activating the solar eclipse shadow period from October's full moon. They're all connected because they're all connected through that 7 energy day. And when we have an eclipse, it can affect us up to 1 month before and 1 month after. So there will be a little bit of activation with that solar eclipse happening in October at the new moon, but the shadow period starts at the full moon. So there will be some activation there. So there could be some big stuff coming up to around this full moon. It's definitely going to be very emotional with Pisces. There's no question in my mind. And very profound and very, very life-changing, very healing, to move us forward and higher spiritually and in our beliefs. So really, really big full moon once again. And then we have the autumn equinox on the 22nd and 23rd. Now it spans over the 2 days because of the time that it actually occurs. So on the East Coast of the US, it happens at 9:03 p.m. on the 22nd, but that is 12:03 a.m. Pacific time. Sorry, no, I have that wrong. We're 3 hours before. That's 6:03 p.m. on Eastern. But in some parts of the globe, it would be in, I'm just doing the calculations in my head. Going the other direction, it would be actually going over into the 23rd. So for the Earth in general, it will span over those 2 days. And here in the US, it will actually be on the 22nd. That is correct. So I've got that now. So autumn equinox on the 22nd. but we'll feel it on both days. And what's really cool about how this works is the 2 days that it spans over, because the 22nd is the 2 of clubs with the 1, and the 23rd is the ace of clubs with the 2. So we've got the 2, 1, 1, 2. So it's really creating this, this beautiful, harmonious, symbiotic, like reset, preparing us for the new moon that is dropping in some really major new awareness. It's very psychic. It's seeing the bigger picture of the one, the all, the unity consciousness. It's really going to be phenomenal in terms of upshifting, up-leveling our spiritual awareness, deepening our spiritual understanding of the one and the all and the unity consciousness, and our belonging to that as part of that one. So really, really huge. No longer needing to believe in the illusion of lack or fear. That's really, really amazing. Then that new moon comes a few days later on the 25th. And that is in 2 degrees of Libra. It's a Queen of Hearts 4 energy day. We had a Queen of Hearts new moon last month, like I said, so they're bookending each other, but also this new moon is going to be touching and activating the solar eclipse of next month's new moon, which is also, it's on a 10 of Hearts day, but it's still with that same theme of this great heart opening energy. 10 of Hearts with a 5, so it's another great heart opening energy. So very much connected. There's the new moon in Libra at 2 degrees. So it's very psychic, trusting your higher visions, deciding to step out of your comfort zone where relationships are concerned. This is finding stability and harmony and balance in our relationships through stepping out of that comfort zone and through making a new commitment or a new start in a committed relationship. Romantic relationships are most highlighted, but it could be business, it could be legal contracts, any sort of relationship could be affected by this. And balance and stability and cooperation in relationships and in leadership. So this will be something we'll be seeing more of too, changes in our leadership and how they lead. So this is really exciting. And the key point, I think, about this new moon is that it will be about a commitment to nurturing ourselves and others through love in a balanced, healthy, win-win, really balanced sort of way. It's good for everyone, good for the earth, good for everything, no matter what relationship that's highlighted for you. It's, and like I said, it's touching and activating that solar eclipse at October's new moon. Hello, Anise. Good to see you. Let me know, you guys, how all this is landing. I know this is a lot of information. So, you know, let me know in the comments. And I know this is weird to get used to commenting on YouTube instead of doing it on Facebook, but you guys are doing great. So key dates, I promised you. All right. So 9/9, 9/19, and 9/29. They are powerful leadership influence energy days, creating win-win situations, incredibly expansive, higher ideals, and the love and powerful heart opening to succeed in the long term. So that's being highlighted by the double nines coming in on those days in the dates. And with that, it can bring intense idealism, enthusiasm, and being overly serious. So do notice if you are falling into that a little bit. It's about seeing what's possible to make the world a better place, but it's like this real intensity around it, which can be a good thing in terms of like, yeah, we need to change a lot of stuff right now to really, you know, we need people who can vision and see like, how can we go forward in a new way to create a better world? But then this is also like bringing that into balance again. So letting go of ridiculously high expectations of yourself and other people, like really being an acceptance of where we are right now so that we can move forward with some of these bigger visions, but not expecting it, like having the patience, not expecting it to just like happen overnight. Like sometimes when we can see these things, it's like, okay, well, we want it now. Like the 9 really wants that completion right away. And my dear friend Joe, if you're watching this live or on the replay, like this was what we were just talking about yesterday. So you know, the 9 just really wants things to be completed. So once you see it, it's like, okay, let's do it then. What are we waiting for? You know, and expecting everybody to jump on board with you right this second. And you're not maybe realizing that the visions you're seeing are so expansive and so huge. It's going to take people a minute to like go, oh, maybe she's got something there. Maybe he's got something there. Like, really being able to wrap their minds around it could take a minute. So wait for people to be able to catch up with you, because you will probably be way ahead of everyone else. And really allowing yourself to step into that leadership role and influencer role by modeling for others, because the best leaders model. So you start living the new way, you start tapping into that, and don't you know, be careful not to beat yourself up either if you don't do it perfectly, because it's new. You're going to need to practice, and you're going to need to find a way that's practical given our current set of circumstances. So we're not bound by our circumstances, but at the same time, we have to start where we are in order to move to where we want to be. And if we're, you know, so just be an acceptance of where you are first. That's really the key to bringing that balance to the higher visions with more love and patience and acceptance. So on those days, you'll find that really intense. That's going to be available all month, but those particular dates, you'll find that pretty intense. And then 9/7, 9/18, and 9/29 are double number days. So these are days where we have, so 9/7, we have the 4 of diamonds and the 4, which really brings in that 4 energy. So that's a lot of stability, bringing in a lot of stability in our finances. That's Jupiter blessings, which is wonderful. And it's also, let's see what day of the week that. So that's also about taking responsibility. It's taking responsibility for our role as conscious creator, and in our role in being willing to take the actions that that are being intuitively guided. The 4s are very intuitive. They're very structured. They have the foundation, and so really taking those actions to follow through, take responsibility for your role in creating your own wealth story, whether it's in your health, your finances, your business, your relationships, whatever that is for you. And then on 9/18, we have the 6 of clubs and the 6. That's really focused on purpose and our big message of love in the world. If you were following anything I was sharing about the collective Saturn season over the past couple months, we are wrapping up the collective Saturn season on the 18th this month, and on the so on the 18th, we're really seeing like that is the bookend of our Saturn season. So that 6 of clubs, 6 energy, we've been traveling with that all Saturn season which was since the second week of July, where we were really owning our message and our responsibility to be that town crier, you know, in the center of the town square, like giving people that message of love, shouting out the message of love to everyone. And you know, this is about really living our higher purpose. So whatever way it is for you that you bring more love to the world in your creative way, in your unique coded way, this is really, you know, like, are you going to be accountable? Are you going to step up? It's a very karmic day, and it's on a Sunday, which is our collective Neptune day. So it's really, really holding us accountable to our dreams, accountable to our big visions, and taking them even higher, like letting us, really encouraging us to dream even bigger. and to spread that message to others to dream even bigger. So that's really what that day is all about. And then the 29th, right at the end of the month there, that is an 8 of Hearts 8 energy day. So we've got the double eights coming in on that day. And it's one of those double 9 days as well. So the double 9s that I talked about already. The double 8 days, the double 8 day will also be bringing in that emotional mastery. But this is really about, it is calling us into emotional mastery for sure that day, but also mastery of our bigger visions. And like I was saying, mastery of that balance, bringing that balance to all of these big visions that we can see, to ways to create more love and success in the world, right? With love and patience, with, right-sized expectations. So that's going to be a big theme that day as well, like owning our personal power and and being responsible with it, not being abusive with it, being responsible. And it is a Jupiter day, so that is also going to be highlighting our beliefs around all of that, how we think it should look and all of that. But I also think that the end of the month is really bringing us to this higher place. This is where I think we really have come to this point in the month where it's wrapping everything up, and we can really see and feel and understand things in a brand new way as we wrap up the month and prepare for October. So we're really getting the picture, like our lives will never be the same. We are never going back to suffering. We're never going back to overworking. This is full expansion ahead. The 9 does want us to understand the message, like overworking is not in flow. So if you find yourself burning out at any point in the month, then you're doing too much. You're trying to control everything. Let go. That's where we're being invited into. And this, higher way of living allows us to do that. So I told you I was going to give you the 3-6-9 days too. So the dates for the 3-6-9 days, the really instantaneous manifestation, there's a bunch of them this month. So September 3rd, 6th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 23rd, and 24th. Those are all 3-6-9 days. So that was the 3rd, 6th, for those of you taking notes, 12th, 13th, 15th, 23rd, and 24th. And I'll just run by really quick to wrap up the weekly themes, and then we'll be done here for the month. There's so much going on though. It's amazing. So the weekly theme. So the first full week, September 5th through the 11th, we're really reclaiming our energy and clearing, through the clearing, through bringing that violet flame energy in. You could call in the violet flame energy to really clear out your aura, clear out your body, clear out your spirit, all of it, right? Work with that violet flame to help you clear things out. The 12th through the 18th, we're really having an experience of awakened awareness, big time awareness of what's running us subconsciously, because we'll be moving into those clubs, clearing the distortion and illusions so that we can fully step into leadership and share our wisdom. By the time we land in on the 18th, that's that end of the Saturn collective Saturn experience. So that's where that comes from. And then we go into the week of, actually, no, sorry, that same week, there's some big things happening. The energy that week creates a pattern, which is really interesting. And 9-13 through 9-16, there's lots of new awareness, self-responsibility, and an amplification of letting go of old beliefs and seeing the big picture coming in. The 16th being a 22-4 energy day. So when we have those 22-4 days, that's that higher spiritual expression of the 4. So that's, really calling in that leadership of the 4, of a higher spiritual nature. So that is a lot of self-responsibility there. And then the week of the 19th through the 25th, we'll be needing to, what's going to be a very creative week. We're going to be letting go of a lot of things. And so opening up to being more vulnerable. And this is going to be, capped off by that new moon. So, in order to have that balance and stability and equality in our relationships, we have to get real. We have to be vulnerable. We have to really be comfortable in our own skin. And so we'll be moving through that this week in the clubs, from the 5 of clubs down through the Queen of Hearts. So really moving through those, changing our thinking, expanding our thinking, and then opening our hearts even more. So there will be an amplification of that going on. And it will be a very important time to channel your creative energies into creating what you want, making sure you're focusing those on your big visions and being rooted. So grounding, root chakra support is going to be very important there. You could see some old fears rising up, and really supporting that root chakra is going to help you move through that and release. So doing whatever you need to do to support your root chakra. I have tons of stuff on my YouTube channel that helps support the root chakra in the activations and also in the sound healing playlist. So you can take a look there. And the final week of the month, September 26th through October 2nd. So I'm not going to go into October at all, but just the general theme for that month is really seeing the full spectrum of everything, letting go of black and white thinking and feeling around love and around prosperity, wrapping up the whole month. Really seeing, feeling, and understanding things in a brand new way. We're really just landing into all of the energies that we moved through the entire month at this point, and wrapping it up. Our lives won't be the same. We're never going back. And so that's really, really key coming through there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful month. So hello, Diana. Good to see you. So I'm glad, Lucy. So fascinating, helpful. Yeah, I'm glad. I appreciate you guys being patient while this landed for me, because I had to finish August, and August just wasn't finished until this morning. So I was getting pieces of it, but I wasn't getting the whole thing, and I kept trying to push through. And this is what that 9 is not letting us do. It's not letting us push through. It's saying, no, you have to go with the flow and accept where you're at and let things come when they come. And so that was what I had to do with this forecast. So we're here on the 3rd, and that's okay. It's a much better forecast than you would have gotten if I pushed through and did it 2 days ago or even yesterday. So I'm really glad that you guys were patient and waited for it. I hope it was worth it to you and that you got a lot out of this. You can come back and listen to it again during the month to, as we go through different points of the month, and refer back to it. And please share it with anyone who you think might be interested in this. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and click the notification bell so you'll know when I put out new content. I will be putting things out this month to help support that root chakra, to help support the belonging, to help support you with all of these expansions and changes and spiritual growth going on, and this initiation into our new lives, this amazing, amazing new life that we're walking into. So I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for being here with me. And I look forward to seeing you again in the Facebook group, Love Yourself to Wealth, which I will put the link for in the comments, and all the spaces. I will put my link tree too, so you know all of the events I have going on. I put out lots of free content and events, and we'll be doing some really exciting paid events this month as well that you won't want to miss. Understanding Saturn, working with karma, really great stuff. So I look forward to seeing you in all the places. I love you guys, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.